for questions afterwards as well. And also, if you have any questions after this presentation, please don't hesitate to contact Mr. Farouk, as he is a well and trusted partner of ours and very well versed in our programs and admission requirements. So thank you again for being here today. So hopefully you can all see my slideshow here. I will start from the beginning. Here we go. Okay, so the University of Winnipeg, as I said, is partnered with Education Concern in successfully bringing new students from Pakistan and from all around the world, really, to the University of Winnipeg. So why come to Winnipeg? Winnipeg is Canada's 7th largest city with a population of just over 800,000 people. We are the most cost competitive city across all the US and Western Canada. And we were voted in a popular Money financial magazine as one of the top 3 best large cities in Canada to live in. So Winnipeg is located in the province of Manitoba, which is right in the center of Canada. So we have Vancouver on the west side and Toronto on the east side of Canada. And right in the middle is Winnipeg in the province of Manitoba. Because we are in the center of Canada, we are one of the most cost-effective cities to live in. And as a student, of course, that is always a positive point as well. There are also other reasons to come to Manitoba, and I will get into those very shortly. So we are one of North America's next 25 up-and-coming tech markets, and we have achieved the 3rd strongest economic growth among major metropolitan areas in Canada. So we are a small city in a lot of ways, in that it is easy to get around in Winnipeg, but we have everything that you would be looking for in terms of it being a metropolitan, all-inclusive society, lots of tech opportunities and business opportunities as well. We have a strong and diverse economy. So you'll notice a lot of these financial services have main offices in Winnipeg. These are just to name a few. So a lot of opportunities as graduates from the University of Winnipeg to continue working in several different fields, in aerospace, financial services, biotechnology, digital media, manufacturing, information and technology, and more. Continuing with the affordable cost of living, Winnipeg, the average rent per month for a 2-bedroom is just under $1,500 Canadian per month. Compared to, for example, Toronto, which is more than double, almost $2,500 per month in rent on average for a 2-bedroom. So again, because the cost of living in Winnipeg is lower, we are able to also offer lower tuition rates at our university. So the University of Winnipeg is very well respected, it is well known, and it is accredited and recognized around the world. However, the tuition can be much lower than other universities that are comparable because, of course, our general cost of living is lower. So just again, to show a comparison of international tuition, and even just within Canada, the overall tuition rate in Manitoba is well below the standard of many other provinces in Manitoba. Also, to come to Manitoba, I mentioned that there are many reasons to come here, one of them being the provincial nominee program. So we do have in Manitoba a priority assessment stream for international students with strong ties to Manitoba who are interested in immigrating. So, of course, not every international student is interested in immigrating to Canada. However, if you are interested, as a graduate of the University of Winnipeg, you would be considered someone with strong ties to Manitoba. And most graduates from the University of Winnipeg who are interested in immigrating are accepted in this provincial nominee program. So you'll see a 99% approval rate for graduates. And that just means that once you graduate from the University of Winnipeg with your bachelor's degree, if you choose to begin the process to immigrate to Canada, Manitoba is one of the easiest provinces to do that in. There are a couple of options that they look for. They look for a career employment pathway. So students who graduate and then find employment within Manitoba in the field in which they graduated, that would be considered a strong tie to Manitoba. And of course, the in-demand occupation list is very long. So students graduating in areas such as accounting, human resources, biologists, database analysis, statisticians, computer programmers, network technicians, physiotherapists, medical lab technicians, psychologists, social workers, and it just continues. The list is very long. So if that is an interest of yours to then immigrate after graduation, Manitoba is one of the easiest provinces to do that. The University of Winnipeg is located in the heart of downtown. That is very convenient for students, especially international students who maybe don't have a vehicle to travel in. With the university being downtown, it is extremely easy to get around anywhere you need to within the city with our Winnipeg transit system. Also being downtown, you're close to many shops, activities, businesses, places to find employment. All of that is easily accessible with being downtown as a student. So that's just about Winnipeg and Manitoba in general. Just some information about the University of Winnipeg. We have approximately 10,000 full-time students with approximately 1,500 international students from more than 9 countries. So certainly when you arrive in the University of Winnipeg, you will definitely find a community here of like-minded students, maybe many other students from Pakistan, but also students from around the world to build friendships and broaden your horizons and get to know a little bit more about different cultures. We have unique research opportunities for undergraduate students. We have 55 plus student groups. So I always recommend that students get involved in a student group as it helps your academics and also your social life as you are a student here in Canada. And we also have international student services, which is a wonderful support for immigrants, international students, refugees, and so forth. They offer academic advising geared specifically toward international student success, and also social and cultural activities. So while you're here, it's an opportunity to learn about Canadian culture, but it's also an opportunity to share your culture with us. And so the International Student Services is an opportunity to do that. Academic programs at the University of Winnipeg, for the most part, we are an undergraduate institution, so an opportunity to earn your bachelor's degree, and that will be the focus of my presentation today. However, we do also offer an English language program, the collegiate, which is a high school or secondary school connected to the University of Winnipeg, which also offers opportunities for students in high school to earn university level credit. We also offer PACE, which is a professional applied and continuing education for students who already have their bachelor's degree, but would like to earn a short-term diploma to further their studies. And then we also have graduate studies. So for those who wish to earn their master's degree as well. Now, focusing on our undergraduate studies, we offer 3- and 4-year bachelor's degrees. We have a student-professor ratio of 25:1, which is a wonderful small classroom size, which gives you the opportunity as an international student, especially, maybe you have certain questions that you would like to ask your professors. In a small class size like this, it's easier to ask those questions, to stay connected, and to feel like you have the assistance that you require. In a lot of other institutions, sometimes you can find yourself in very large classrooms, and that makes it just a little bit more difficult to make those connections that you need. We have all our programs beginning in January, May, or September. So if you are offered admission, but you're not able to make it in your first term, you can always start in the second or third term listed on your letter of acceptance. So there's a little bit of flexibility there, as we know, coming from an international country, sometimes things don't always work out as smoothly as you would hope. And so we have that flexibility that you can start in any term listed on your letter. We also offer co-op programs and work integrated learning. And also, as an international student, you are able to have gainful employment while you are here as well. You just have to keep in mind the limitations of your study permit during that time. So you may not be able to work full-time, but certainly you can gain part-time employment during your stay here. Popular undergraduate programs, we offer the Faculty of Arts and Humanities. Many of our students are interested in programs such as criminal justice, conflict resolution, psychology, sociology, theater and film, history, communications, and political science. A very popular faculty at the University of Winnipeg, of course, is the Faculty of Science, with applied computer science, biology, data science, neuroscience, chemistry, mathematics, statistics, physics.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can you please guide me some more detail about biology?
Yes, so I can go into those details at the end of the presentation. I'll just try to go through all the overall details for now. Thank you. Yes, but for sure, I can definitely talk a little bit more about biology later on. Thank you.
Are you asking about the science program like computer science, data science, big data? Are you the University of Winnipeg offering the cybersecurity related courses, forensic threat hunting, penetrating, like this course in cybersecurity or cloud computing?
Yes, so as part of our applied computer science, there are areas such as network security, cybersecurity, all of that as well. So you would learn that as part of your applied computer science program. The applied computer science program also offers co-op opportunities. So opportunities for you to work within a company here in Winnipeg, learning about their cybersecurity and all of that as well. There is also postgraduate opportunities to earn short-term diplomas within cybersecurity and network security. However, with that, you do need to have a bachelor's degree first.
Are you offering co-op in programs in master program?
Yes. So yes, so there's co-op opportunities as well as master programs as well. But as I said, for the master programs, you have to have a degree first.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. We also offer the Faculty of Business. Yeah, so
my short question is that kindly can you give the rough idea about the computer science 1 year?
So our undergraduate programs are 3- and 4-year degrees. If you would like a short-term program, that would be through our postgraduate PACE programs. And that would be if you have a bachelor's degree already, as well as a minimum of 2 years of work experience, then you can do the postgraduate program. and that would be a 1 to 2 year program.
Any student want to do MD, Doctor of Medicine there. In Canada, they required a bachelor's degree, undergraduate, and that was a D form. Is in biology, the D form is available?
So to become, to get into medical school here in Canada, you do need to have a bachelor's degree as well as pass the medical school entrance exam. However, as an international student, you can do the undergraduate portion here, but you would have to become a permanent resident of Canada or a Canadian citizen before you can apply to medical school. So only permanent residents and Canadian citizens can get into medical school. You can do your pre-medicine. You can do your pre-medicine at the University of Winnipeg as an international student. However, medical school is required for you to be a permanent resident. Yeah. So moving forward, we also offer Faculty of Business and Economics, Business Administration, Accounting, Human Resource Marketing, International Business, Economics, and Finance. And so the Faculty of Business and Economics is definitely a very popular faculty here, again, offering co-op opportunities. We also offer kinesiology and applied health, which is kinesiology, athletic therapy, and physical and health education. The Faculty of Arts also offers 26 different programs, including psychology, criminal justice, and political science. Even if you are taking a Faculty of Science or Faculty of Business degree, certainly adding some Faculty of Arts courses in your program is of benefit. Of course, being able to communicate well with others is beneficial within the Faculty of Business for sure. Faculty of Business offers concentrations such as accounting, human resource marketing, international business, and co-op enterprises. And so in your 4th year, you are able to select a specific area that you would like to focus on. So you have your general business degree, and then you can choose your concentration. The Gupta Faculty of Kinesiology and Applied Health is for students interested in physical activity, fitness, exercise, and sport. It's excellent preparation for further studies in the health field, and degree options are offered in athletic therapy and kinesiology. So again, if you're interested in pursuing a medical degree and you are pursuing or are interested in becoming a permanent resident or Canadian citizen, then pursuing medicine here is a possibility for you, and doing your undergraduate in kinesiology is an option to then later apply to the School of Medicine. In the Faculty of Science, of course, any of these areas as well would give you the undergraduate requirement in order to apply to the School of Medicine afterwards as well, such as an undergraduate degree in biology, chemistry, mathematics, applied computer science, physics, and environmental science. Our 1st year science labs only have 24 students on average. So again, a lot of opportunity for asking for assistance and getting the help that you need to do well and succeed. We have state-of-the-art labs and equipment in our modern in our new modern science complex. So to become an undergraduate student for Pakistani applicants, you are required to have your higher secondary school certificate with a secondary school grade of B. And if you do have any college or university schooling already, even if you didn't yet complete your program there, we will potentially look at the work that you have done. And depending on the school you have attended and the accreditation of the school and how well you've done, you may be offered some transfer credits and towards your new degree with us. Also, you do have to complete a successful completion of an English language test, such as a 6.5 on IELTS or 120 on Duolingo. We also accept TOEFL and a few others as well. So here we go. We have our TOEFL of 86, IELTS minimum 6.5, Duolingo 120, and Pearson 58. There are exemptions.
Ma'am, IELTS alternative options are present at their university. Alternatives of
Can you
IELTS.
repeat that?
Ma'am, IELTS alternative, for example, assessment or your interview for admission is available in your university, or IELTS is must?
So in order to gain a full admission, you have to meet the academic requirements as well as the English language requirement. So you'd have to present as part of your application a successful TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, or Pearson. Or if you did the IB or AP programs, then there may be exemptions there. Otherwise, if you would like to come to and start your education here without providing one of these tests, you would have to start by doing our English language program, which is a 14-week intensive full-time program. Once you have successfully completed that, then you would be able to begin your undergraduate studies. But you would not be able to begin your undergraduate studies without one of those options.
Yes. Should I add something in this answer?
Sorry?
Should I add something in this in your answer?
Sure.
Dear students, as Pakistan comes under SDS policy, so at any cost you have to take IELTS with 6.5 band and no less than 6 in any module, or at least 6 overall and no less than 6. चूंकि हम पाकिस्तानी स्टूडेंट्स SDS पॉलिसी के अंदर आते हैं, तो हमें हर सूरत में आइल्स चाहिए, बेशक यूनिवर्सिटी डिमांड करे या ना करे, और वो आइल्स भी ओवरऑल 6.5 या 6 हो और किसी मॉड्यूल में 6 से कम ना हो. तो हमें हर सूरत में SDS की रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी करनी है. बेशक आपका बैकग्राउंड कैम्ब्रिज एजुकेशन का है, O लेवल, A लेवल या अमेरिकन एजुकेशन, आइल्स मस्ट है. तो इसमें किसी को कंफ्यूजन नहीं होनी चाहिए, हर सूरत में आपने आइल्स करना है. ठीक है, तो आप तमाम से रिक्वेस्ट है कि अपने क्वेश्चन सारे होल्ड रखें. जैसे इनकी प्रेजेंटेशन मुकम्मल होगी फिर क्वेश्चन आंसर का सेशन शुरू करेंगे, और SDS को मैं थोड़ा सा दोबारा टच भी दूंगा. ठीक है, यस प्लीज.
Thank you very much. So as I mentioned before, we also do accept transfer students. So students who have some university or college experience already, depending on the accreditation, may earn transfer credits. However, your transfer credits, your schooling is assessed after you have submitted your application. We do have competitive tuition fees, as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. Our application fee is $120 Canadian, which is paid upon submitting your application. And then afterwards, there are no more fees until you have been offered admission. Once you are offered admission, you would then pay some of your tuition fee, your books, your supplies, health insurance for the year. So in total, it's approximately $18,000 to $23,000 Canadian for 1 year of study. The reason for the range is it depends on the courses and the faculty within which you study. So if you choose Faculty of Science over Faculty of Arts, Faculty of Science is a little bit more than the Faculty of Arts, for example. Faculty of Business is a little bit less than the Faculty of Science, for example. So it just depends on the area of study you choose. Also, it depends on the number of courses in which you are studying per year. So students are not obligated to be taking a full course load. To keep your study permit, you have to be a full-time student, but that could mean taking 4 courses instead of 5. So depending on the number of courses you take per term, there's a little bit of a range in tuition. However, if you budget approximately $23,000 per year in Canadian funds, then that would be a safe budget and you would be able to study without hesitation. The application process is very simple. You pay the application fee on our online application, uwinnipeg.ca/apply. Submit your required documents. Some of those documents you're able to upload directly, and others need to come directly from your school to our admissions office. And then once you have applied, we suggest and encourage you to continue to look at your application on a regular basis, just to see if there are any notes from the admissions office requiring clarification. So our application process is pretty simple. However, we do encourage you to meet with Education Concern with Mr. Farouk and their agents to assist you, because even though the application process can be simple, sometimes it's easier to have someone help you with making sure all of your documents are submitted. Also, for the application process for your study permit, sometimes the study permit can be a little difficult. And so our agents, such as Education Concern in Pakistan, can really assist you with those issues. And so we always encourage students to work with them. Again, just some comparison of tuition. We do have some scholarships and awards. The President's Scholarship for World Leaders. This is a scholarship that you can apply for after submitting your application for admission. And it is a $5,000 application. It is for students who are high achieving students who also have some extracurricular volunteerism and other aspects as well that would make them excellent candidates for a scholarship. We also have the Special Entrance Scholarship, which is up to $3,000 Canadian. And that is again for a high achieving student of 85% or above. With that Special Entrance Scholarship, that is money that we give to you automatically when you apply. So you don't even have to apply especially for that one. We will just give you that scholarship if you apply for admission and you meet that 85% or above. There are also scholarships for students who have studied in the AP or International Baccalaureate systems as well. And also in-course awards. So once you are a student, if you are a top student in one of your classes, then you may be accepted for a scholarship for the following year. For example, if you are a top math student, then you may earn possibly a math scholarship for the following year. So there's opportunities throughout your study to earn some scholarship money and awards as well. So as I mentioned earlier, if you do not have IELTS or TOEFL, there is the English language program as well, which is a 14-week program that you can take prior to beginning your undergraduate studies. And that is approximately $4,300 Canadian in tuition. Also, for high achieving secondary school students, if you're currently in high school and interested in completing your high school in Canada, you may potentially be eligible to get into our PUP program, which is a pathway for high achieving students to earn their Manitoba or Canadian secondary credentials and also earn some dual credit courses. And complete their graduate from high school here in Canada, and then begin their undergraduate studies at the University of Winnipeg as well. And as I mentioned before, we also have a continuing education program for students who have a bachelor's degree already, as well as 1 to 2 years of work experience in their field. We offer 1 to 2 year programs through PACE as well. And some of their programs, their 1-year programs, for example, are Advanced Business Management, Human Resource Management, Network Security, Project Management, Public Relations, Supply Chain Management, Web Development, Predictive Analytics, and Artificial Intelligence. And their 2-year programs are Financial Management and Marketing Management. So again, these are programs you can apply for if you already have a bachelor's degree and 2 years of work experience in your field. They also require IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo. And also, if you are interested in living on campus, you do not need to live on
Ma'am,
campus.
ma'am, can you share the previous 2 slides?
Sure.
Yeah. Backward one. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So if you would like to live on campus, it is definitely convenient to do so, as living on campus means you're only a couple of minutes away from all of your classes. We offer dorm style housing with single or double furnished options. All rooms and suites include a private washroom in this McFeeters Hall, and a meal plan is included, and it's right next to our science complex. We also offer Balmoral housing, which offers private bedrooms with air conditioning and then shared common spaces. So it's like living with a roommate. You have your own bedroom, but then you share a kitchen and living room. And again, they are all within a 2 to 5 minute walk to campus. And they are affordable options as well. So definitely something to consider. So if you are offered admission and you would like to live on campus, then you can contact our campus living department to start your application for housing on campus as well. Our International Student Services offers airport pickup, academic and career advising, a mentorship program, personal counseling, free tutoring, social and cultural activities, immigration advising, and a private international student lounge. So as an international student, we definitely try to accommodate you as best we can and offer you many opportunities to succeed. So there are the next steps, which I will allow Mr. Farouk through Education Concern to assist you with, and at any time you can contact him directly to help you with that. So thank you very much, Mr. Farouk, for the opportunity to share.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Thank you, Miss.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, please ask.
Recently, I completed my BS in poultry science from UAS, and I am looking forward to continue our MS in Canada and other countries on scholarship. Can you guide me if I want to do MPhil in Canada, which university is suitable for poultry science or agriculture MPhil? Or University of Winnipeg is also offering MS in agriculture field.
I'm sorry, I wasn't able to hear you properly. Maybe are you able to repeat that question? It was very quiet on my end here.
Recently, I completed my BS poultry science from well-known University of Pakistan, UAS, University of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, and I want to do MPhil in foreign countries like Canada, Australia, and other countries. Can you guide me if I want to do MPhil in Canada? Which requirements which I can do for MPhil in?
Sure. So you would like to do your master's degree? You've completed your bachelor's?
Yes, I completed
Okay.
my.
Okay. Yes, so you can certainly apply. Are you looking for a short-term continuing education or a master's degree?
Yes, I am. I want to do continue my education in foreign countries.
Okay. Okay. So again, you would have to contact our PACE department directly. And I can put that in our chat here. It's paceft@uwinnipeg.ca. So you can contact them directly for their admission requirements for the program that you're particularly interested in. But keep in mind, generally speaking, they are looking for a graduate from a recognized university, as you mentioned, and also somebody who has been working in their field for at least 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Hello, madam.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
One more questions related to undergraduate programs. I recently completed my college and I scored 90% marks. And I want to do MBBS, but soon I'll know that they required MD. So for MD, we have to do an undergraduate degree, and that is called D-Pharm. And if we do D-Pharm from Winnipeg University, the medical schools in Canada can recognize that thing from Winnipeg.
Yes, so if you complete your Bachelor of Science in the University of Winnipeg as an undergraduate degree, you can apply to medical school with that. However, as I mentioned earlier, international students can do the undergraduate pre-medicine. You are eligible for that, but in order to apply to medical school, you have to become a permanent resident or Canadian citizen in order to apply to medical school afterwards. So you can do your pre-medicine at the University of Winnipeg, then apply to become a permanent resident. And at that point, after being in Canada for 5 years, then you can apply to medical school. But your undergraduate work at the University of Winnipeg is absolutely recognized at medical schools here in Canada.
Hello,
Oh,
hello,
thank you,
madam.
ma'am.
You're welcome.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Excuse me, ma'am.
my question. Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. My question is that when a student gets admission in undergraduate program, he issues a letter of acceptance. What is the visa acceptance rate of Winnipeg University, and something tell about PR work program after how many years after undergraduate, after your university getting undergraduate, how many years student can work?
Sure. So I will answer part of that question and leave the other part for Mr. Farouk. He is more qualified to answer the question about the study permit. However, regarding the postgraduate, I can answer that. So once a student graduates from the University of Winnipeg with a 3-year bachelor's degree, you can apply for the postgraduate work permit. You can work for 2 years, and that would give you a total of 5 years in Canada. Once you have that 5 years in Canada, you can apply for permanent residency in Canada. Regarding the rate of acceptance for study permits, I'll let Mr. Farouk answer that.
Ma'am, during our undergraduate study from Winnipeg University, are we allowed to visit our country?
Yes, you are. During the spring term, which is an optional study term, many students take that term off so that they can go home and visit their families.
Ma'am, I would like to ask a question. Like, for your admission criteria, do you guys accept A-level score minimum B, or do you accept SAT score as well?
Yes, so we do accept the A levels and O levels. I'm just going to bring up, I'll just bring up the actual amount here just so that I don't make a mistake here. Okay, so for A levels and O levels, we require 2 subjects at the A level and 3 at the O level, or 3 at A level and 1 at O level. No mark below a D.
Okay, ma'am, I have 3 subjects in my A levels and I had 8 subjects in my O levels. So I scored, so I scored like 6 A's and I scored decent grades for uni for A levels. But the thing is, I am thinking that whether I should be giving an SAT exam for, extra scholarship, if you consider SAT score for scholarships.
So no, we don't. We don't require SATs. and we don't require them for admissions or for scholarship opportunities. That would be more of an American testing route. And in Canada, we don't do SATs. So you are not required to take that.
Ma'am, the other question is for like, your winter intake session. Does that start in January? And when do the admissions start for winter session?
Yes, that's a great question. So yes, our winter session begins in January. And actually, our admission, like our application time has changed for that. So let me just get the new application dates. Application line here. Let me just
I have a question.
So, okay, our application deadlines are as follows. So for international students, if you would like to begin in January, you must submit everything. So your application fee, and all of your supporting documents no later than September 15. So in about 3 weeks here.
Ma'am, can you kindly share these application deadlines separately so that I know every application deadline for different sessions like winter, summers, and spring?
Yeah, I'll just share my screen here so you can take a snapshot and know exactly where it is. So can you see the application deadlines here?
Yes, I do. I'll just take a screenshot.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
for fall term, it's May 1st, winter term is September 15th, and spring term is February 1st. And just please keep in mind that that means a complete application.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
Actually, I'm already an accepted student from the University of Winnipeg. So I just want to confirm about the scholarships. So how do we get to know that we have got that already scholarship for the entrance scholarship actually? How do we get to know that?
Sure. For the special entrance scholarship, they will actually just automatically put that toward your tuition. So the amount of tuition you have to pay would be less. But if you would like more information on that, you can contact the awards department directly. And so their direct, I can put that in the chat as well. Their direct contact is awards@uwinnipeg.ca, and they can tell you exactly what you have earned and how much in terms of that special entrance scholarship.
Excuse me, ma'am. And I have another question as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about the scholarship. Is there any specific deadline that I can apply after getting the admission for the scholarships? Rest of the academic ones.
Yeah, contact awards@uwinnipeg.ca, and they can share with you all of the scholarships that you're able to apply for, that you're eligible for, and the deadlines for them. As their department can change the deadlines sometimes, so it's best to contact them directly.
Ma'am, can you please guide me regarding the requirements for those students who didn't do the O and A levels, the student who did the intermediate or FSC student, requirements for these marks and such things?
Sure. So let me just show you again on our website where you can find all of the admission requirements here. So if we go to admissions international, you can actually find your admission requirements right here. So if we go admission requirements by country and P for Pakistan, you can see the admission requirements here. Higher secondary school certificate with a secondary school grade of B. And if you have attended other post-secondary schooling, we would look at that individually based on the accreditation of your post-secondary school. And then, of course, you need to provide a successful English test, such as IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo.
Is there any scholarship for those students regarding who scored 95% marks in their college acceptance test?
Yeah, in college, so post-secondary studies, definitely, a 90% sounds really good. The admissions office would have to consider the accreditation of the school as well. And so that is assessed after you have submitted the application. But if you have attended an accredited post-secondary college or university, then certainly a 90% sounds like it would be an accepted rate. Typically speaking, from an accredited institution, the admissions office will accept students who score a minimum of B or B plus, depending on the grading scale of the school.
Does the University
ma'am.
of Winnipeg offers undergraduate programs in biotechnology and bioinformatics?
Yes, we do. That is one of the majors that you can choose, and it'll be listed on our application online.
Ma'am, does your university offer any courses related to dentistry or something like that?
Yeah, so we offer pre-dentistry. So in order to apply to the School of Dentistry here in Canada, you must have pre-dentistry, which is basically a Bachelor of Science degree first. Just similar to medical school, you would complete your Bachelor of Science at the University of Winnipeg. And then once you have completed that, then you can apply to the School of Dentistry. The University of Winnipeg's Bachelor of Science is recognized at the School of Dentistry in Canada. It is important, though, that in order to apply to the School of Dentistry, you also have to become a permanent resident or Canadian citizen first. So you can come as an international student, earn your pre-dentistry Bachelor of Science degree, and then work for 2 years with our postgraduate work permit. And then that would give you the 5 years you need in order to become a permanent resident of Canada. And at that point, you would then be able to apply to the School of Dentistry.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Sure.
Ma'am, I just want to know how long the admission process take. Actually, I am looking forward to transfer my credit in University of Winnipeg. So I applied today. What does it take to get admission?
Sure. So once you submit your online application fee, all your transcripts, all the documents requested, typically the International Admissions Office will take approximately 3 to 6 weeks to complete the assessment and let you know your admission result. So anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks.
Ma'am, is there any
Ma'am, is it compulsory to apply for the medical school? We have to do D Pharm. Can we also do the biotechnology?
Yes, you can do your degree in biotechnology and then use that as your bachelor's degree to apply to medical school. Sorry, there was someone else who had a question.
Excuse me, I do have a question.
Sure.
So I'm already accepted. I got my letter of acceptance.
Great,
now
congratulations.
Thank you. So I want to come in and join the term of January.
Okay.
So in order to get that, I want to know how many credit hours I need to get in order to pay the fees before 15th September. 15 September, as you mentioned before, that before 15 September, you have to submit your all application with the fees, so you can join the class of January intake.
Yeah, so if you have already been offered admission, you don't have to worry about that September 15th date. That is just for students who have not yet applied.
Okay.
But because you have applied and you have been offered admission, you can actually contact International Immigrant and Refugee Student Services. And actually, I will give you the contact of our transition officer who can assist you with those types of questions. So she's the person that basically, once you're offered admission, she's the person that can help you figure out your how to actually get here in time for January courses.
Yeah, because I'm confused. Before I've been told that it's gonna be $14,000 Canadian plus
Mhm.
taxes, but as per in terms of courses that I need to select for my January intake, it's been like now that I have to do for $18,000 Canadian or 19,000 Canadian dollars. So I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, so again, it depends on the courses that you're selecting, whether or not those courses include a lab. It depends on the courses that you're selecting. In terms of your tuition deposit, there's actually a link on our website for information on that as well. So let me just get those two things for you. Okay, so this is our transition officer. Her name is Nikita, and I will put her email in the chat here.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
can you please tell me this, that how much, how many courses do I need to enroll in to get my visa? I mean, what is the minimum requirement to have the courses?
It should be full-time. So a minimum, I believe, of 18 credits.
18 credits.
Yeah, now let me just get this information here. I'm just going to find international deposit. I'm just going to pull up another link for you that would give you information here. So this link here is for accepted students who maybe have questions about how much to send for the deposit and so forth, and when and where to send it. So I've just sent the information for our transition officer, as well as the link to answer some of your questions about the deposit. And if you have any other further questions, you can contact International Immigrant and Refugee Student Services as well. But I think that this link will answer many of the questions that you have. So I just added that to the chat. You're so welcome.
And I have another question. I'm sorry. Actually, I want to know if, like you said, that you are already accepted, so you don't have to worry about for the 15 September dates or, furthermore. But I would really want to know that if I want to go into getting the classes like in January, what is the timeline for me to submit my full fees for the 1 year of studies?
So do you have your study permit already?
No, I just get the letter of acceptance.
Okay.
I do need to
yeah,
submit my fees and everything.
Yeah, so once you have obtained your study permit, then you can go ahead and start registering for classes as soon as you have your study permit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, after getting into the university first year, can we manage by doing work part-time the second year fee?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
I'm saying that after applying for the first year and giving all my fee for the first year, can we manage by doing part-time jobs or work to manage our second year fees?
Yes, so international students on a valid study permit are allowed to work a certain amount of hours per week. I believe it's 20 hours per week on campus or off campus. So you are definitely allowed to work, but it is part-time. So keep that in mind.
Are there some fee structure regarding biotechnology on university's official page?
Yes.
Or do
so
you
that
have
would
any
be-
idea
That would be
regarding
within the
biotechnology
faculty.
undergraduate?
That would be within the Faculty of Science. Again, for a full year, approximately $23,000 would cover your tuition, your books, your supplies, and healthcare plan as well. However, you do not need to pay that all in advance. Typically, students put in a deposit at the beginning, and then the rest of the tuition is paid at the beginning of each term.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Just I want to know, is your campus, is there is any program for master in mass communication field?
There is a master's in communication. Are you looking for a short-term program or like a postgraduate program or a degree program?
A degree program.
Okay, let me just pull that up because I work with undergraduate studies. I'm not positive about that, but I can pull that up in 1 second here. Programs. Graduate programs. Here we go. So we have, you're looking for communication, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
mass communication. We have degree from Pakistan, 4-year degree in mass communication, and next we are interested in master degree.
For sure.
The same
Okay.
field, or
Excellent.
related something.
Yeah, so there really isn't one in our like degree graduate program. There is a Master of Public Administration. No, that would not be it. Masters in Management Technology. That would not be it either. I'm just going to look at our PACE programs because, which is short-term programs. It's not a degree, but it's a short-term postgraduate program, and they may offer something to that effect.
Excuse me, madam. My last question is that.
Hello, ma'am. I have a question.
Sure, I'll just see if I can find out this one program
We
first.
will able to know the fee structures of all the programs in Winnipeg University.
Okay, so just one moment. Just to answer that first question, we do have a postgraduate program called PR Marketing and Strategic Communications. So that might be something that would be of interest to you. So if you have a bachelor's degree in communications as well as at least 2 years of experience, then that might be a program that would be of interest to you. So I'm just going to put a link to that program for the person who is interested in a master's in communications. This is a link to that program here through our postgraduate diploma program. So I just put that link in the chat.
Thank you.
Now, sorry, there was another question about fee structure.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, how we will get to know the fee structures of all the programs in Winnipeg University?
Yes, so all the programs are between, for 1 year, are between $18,000 and $23,000 for the year. If you would like to know your program specifically, I can show you where you can find that on our website. Let me just share my screen with you again here. So if you go to uwinnipeg.ca, in the search engine, you can put tuition, and it will bring up this one here. It will bring up the tuition fee. We'll scroll down to international students. So a full year is 30 credits. So this one here, 30 credits. And depending on the program you're interested in, so if it is an arts program, the low end is 15,000 and the high end is 19,000. And that depends on the type of class that it is in the Faculty of Arts. Business is approximately 20,000 for a year. And sciences are between 15 and 19,000. Again, depending on the actual courses that you are selecting and whether or not they include labs with them. So unfortunately, until you select your actual classes, it's more of just a range of tuition that we can share with you, because your exact amount would depend on the courses you select. So again, if you are a science student, then you should budget at least 19,000 plus that is tuition only. So you also have to include books and everything like that. And that's why we say 23,000 is a safe budget to include tuition, books, and all your other fees.
Ma'am, I have another question.
Sure.
Can we afford our university fees there by doing work or something else?
So you have to pay the tuition in like with money. You can't pay by doing work, but you are allowed to work as an international student, as I mentioned, up to 20 hours per week. And there are some jobs available on campus, and then also you can apply off campus as well. Yes, so you can certainly find jobs to help supplement your fees.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Ma'am, please guide me about the possibility of getting a IELTS waiver for a person with master's equivalency from Canada and with 17 years professional banking experience, if I apply for any program
Yes.
like PACE or graduate program.
IELTS is must for Pakistani students. You need 6.5 band overall, no less than 6 in any module due to SDS policy. So there's no any waiver.
Okay. One more question, ma'am. You said that the PACE is a professional diploma program, a postgraduate diploma program. What if do you find any difference between the graduate program and the postgraduate diploma program of yours called PACE, in considering the fact that visa officer may give any more weightage to the graduate program or PACE?
As long as you meet like really both those programs, if you get offered a graduate degree offer letter or a PACE offer letter, they are both very well recognized accredited programs. And so you know, I can't say with 100% certainty that you would get your study permit, as I don't work with the immigration portion of this. However, they are both recognized accredited programs. And so if you were to, if the immigration allows you to study in one program, they would allow for the other program as well. It shouldn't be a problem. They are both recognized programs.
Thanks, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Hi, I have a question with Mr. Farooq Lukman.
Sure.
Okay, I have a question that does a student needs to have financial funds to show at the time of arrival? Do they require the financial statement or something?
Yes, very good question. Due to SDS policy, there is no need or showing bank statement is not mandatory. You only need to fulfill 3 basic requirements under SDS policy. Number 1, IELTS 6.5 band overall, no less than 6 in any module. Number 2, you need to pay first year tuition fees in advance. Number 3, you need to deposit 10,000 Canadian dollar in a Canadian bank under your name. That's all. अगर आप तीनों रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी करती हैं तो आपको पेरेंट्स की बैंक स्टेटमेंट पाकिस्तान से शो करने की जरूरत नहीं है। लेकिन अगर किसी के पेरेंट्स के पास बहुत अच्छी बैंक स्टेटमेंट मौजूद है इन तीनों रिक्वायरमेंट को फुलफिल करने के बाद भी, तो वो शो करा सकते हैं, लेकिन ये मैंडेटरी नहीं है। दिस इज ऑप्शनल। हम आपकी पाकिस्तानी बैंक स्टेटमेंट को एज ए एडिशनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स के तौर पे शो कर सकते हैं।
Thank you, but it's not required, right?
It's not required.
Okay, I have another question. You said that you can pay 1 year fee for your, for 1 year fee, right? So how much is gonna be? $14,000, $18,000, and 19.
Under your case, we have to calculate after checking your offer letter. So please call me tomorrow. I know you have received your offer letter. So let me check and I will answer you tomorrow.
That would be really appreciated if you will just have a look into it and let me know how much it's gonna be, because I am ready to pay and move forward.
Yes, definitely. And dear students, मैं आपको जरा SDS पॉलिसी के मुतालिक दोबारा से ब्रीफ करना चाहता हूँ. It's so easy, कंफ्यूज होने की जरूरत नहीं है. आपने जस्ट 3 रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल करनी है. नंबर 1 IELTS. बेशक आप ओ लेवल बैकग्राउंड से आ रहे हैं या अमेरिकन एजुकेशन बैकग्राउंड से आ रहे हैं, आपने IELTS हर सूरत में देना है. नो TOEFL, नो PTI, ओनली IELTS, नो डिलिंग. And IELTS में भी you need 6.5 band or 6 overall and no less than 6 in any module. Number 2, आपने वीजा अप्लाई करने से पहले फर्स्ट ईयर की ट्यूशन फीस एडवांस पे कर देनी है यूनिवर्सिटी को. नंबर 3, आपका अकाउंट ओपन होगा कैनेडियन बैंक में और उसमें आप $10,000 कैनेडियन डॉलर जमा कराएंगे फॉर द लिविंग कास्ट. अगर आप ये 3 रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल कर दें तो पाकिस्तान से किसी किस्म की पेरेंट्स की बैंक स्टेटमेंट शो कराने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. So I hope अब आप easily understand हो, आपको आसानी से समझ आ चुका है कि SDS पॉलिसी बहुत सिंपल और स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है. आपने बस इन तीनों चीजों पे फोकस रखना है.
और जब एंट्री हो जाएगी at the time of like entry in the airport, like immigration officer, will they ask for the funds to support myself?
वो अगर कहते हैं तो जो आपके पास $10,000 बैंक में जमा होगा कैनेडियन बैंक में, उससे GIC कहते हैं, वो आपने उनको दिखा देना है. और उनको ऑलरेडी पता भी होगा कि इस स्टूडेंट ने 10,000 जमा कराए हुए हैं, तभी इनको वीजा मिला है.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, and I will get back to you tomorrow.
Yes, inshallah. ठीक.
Thank you.
जी, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? मेरे ख्याल में अब तमाम स्टूडेंट्स को SDS तो क्लियर हो गया है. जस्ट 3 रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी करें और आप विदाउट इंटरव्यू वीजा हासिल करेंगे विद इन 21 डेज. सम टाइम 5-6 दिन ऊपर नीचे हो सकते हैं. सो जीना, इनफैक्ट आई एक्सप्लेन दीज थिंग्स टू मेक योर लाइफ इजी.
Thank you very much. Yes. Well, thank you very much for all of your wonderful questions today. And congratulations to those of you who have already been offered admission. And I look forward to meeting many more of you through the help of Education Concern and Mr. Farouk getting you here to Winnipeg. And I trust that once you're here, you'll be very happy with your programs, and we are happy to be here to assist you every step of the way. So
I'm copying my email address and WhatsApp number. Please contact me tomorrow or today for your admission documents or further guidance. So मैं आपके एडमिशन, वीजा और IELTS इन तमाम में आपको हेल्प दूंगा. नो मैटर आप पाकिस्तान के किसी भी शहर से हैं, आपको फुल सपोर्ट मिलेगी एडमिशन की भी, IELTS प्रिपरेशन की भी और वीजा की भी.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच सर.
फरूक साहब, नसीर, मैं आपसे कांटेक्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ.
आप इस इवेंट के बाद फिर मुझे ना कॉल कर लीजिएगा नसीर साहब.
ठीक है. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
जी, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? बहुत से बच्चों के क्वेश्चंस ऐसे हैं जिनसे दूसरों को फायदा हो जाता है, इसलिए फील फ्री टू आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन इवन इन इंग्लिश, उर्दू. एक क्वेश्चन था चैट बॉक्स में कि क्या मास्टर डिग्री के लिए भी SDS चलेगा? जी, बैचलर एंड मास्टर दोनों के लिए SDS पॉलिसी है.
Sir Farooq, the very last question, sorry. Okay, मैंने आपसे ये पूछना है, जैसे अभी मैं जनवरी इनटेक में आना चाहती हूँ, ठीक है, तो मुझे ये आपसे पूछना है कि मैं कब अपनी जो है वो फीस दे सकती हूँ, मेरे पास कितना टाइम है. लाइक जैसे 15 सितंबर उन्होंने पहले दिखाया साइट पे कि 15 सितंबर तक आपको अपनी सारी एप्लीकेशन जो है वो सबमिट करनी है. मेरा क्वेश्चन आपसे ये है कि जनवरी इनटेक में अगर मैंने आना है तो कब जो है वो मैं आगे फर्दर जो है वो फीस जमा करवा सकती हूँ, मेरे पास कितना टाइम है?
ओके, आपके IELTS वगैरह सब कुछ मुकम्मल हो चुका है?
सारा कुछ हो चुका है.
ओके, आप जितनी जल्दी मुमकिन हो सके, एक तो कल जैसे ही मैं आपको कंफर्म करूंगा आपकी ट्यूशन फीस, आप उसके बाद किसी भी वक्त 15 सितंबर से पहले पहले अप्लाई कर सकती हैं। आपको 15 सितंबर का इंतजार करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। अगर हर चीज मुकम्मल है, एडवांस ट्यूशन फीस पे करें, साथ ही मेरे ऑफिस आपको गाइड करेगा कि कैनेडियन बैंक में अकाउंट कैसे ओपन करना है, पाकिस्तान में पुलिस रिपोर्ट कैसे बनवानी है, अप फ्रंट मेडिकल कैसे करना है। इन तमाम में मेरे ऑफिस आपको स्टेप बाय स्टेप हेल्प देंगे और आप वीजा अप्लाई करें, क्योंकि कैनेडियन वीजा क्लास स्टार्ट होने से 6 मंथ पहले अप्लाई किया जा सकता है। आप आराम से अपना वीजा हासिल करें रश से बचने के लिए और फिर टाइम के ऊपर फ्लाई कर जाएं।
ठीक है, मेरा जो मेडिकल है वो 24 अगस्त को मेडिकल है।
ओके, डे आफ्टर टुमारो, गुड, ठीक है, राइट।
बाकी ठीक है, फिर मैं आपसे बात करती हूँ आज मीटिंग के बाद या फिर कल।
जी कल, आज काफी लेट हो गया।
ओके, श्योर, ओके, थैंक यू जीना।
Thank you.
Any other question?
Sir, any other program available, course-based program available on basis of LLB? In University of Winnipeg.
जी हारून, ज़ीशान पहले आप बोलिए।
सर मैंने पूछना था, ये मैंने जीना से भी पूछा था थोड़ी देर पहले, कि अगर बंदे ने कोई डिग्री यहाँ पे पाकिस्तान में और की है, लेकिन अब मैंने काफी ज्यादा यूनिवर्सिटीज में को देखा था कनाडा की, कि एक जो सी वाटरलू यूनिवर्सिटी अल्बर्टा है, इसके अलावा सास्काचुआन यूनिवर्सिटी है, उसके अंदर वो पोल्ट्री के कोर्सेज हैं, लेकिन ये विनिपेग यूनिवर्सिटी में वो
इनफैक्ट मैं आपका क्वेश्चन समझ गया हूँ। आपका जो प्रोग्राम है काफी यूनिक है, हर यूनिवर्सिटी आपको नहीं करती है, तो फिलहाल तो हमारे पास नहीं है। एक यूनिवर्सिटी है, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ प्रिंस एडवर्ड आइलैंड, गालबन वो बीबीएम में डील करती है, आप उसकी वेबसाइट देखें, ठीक है।
कौन सा सर, ये नाम बता दें यूनिवर्सिटी?
जी मैं आपको चैट में लिखता हूँ, ठीक है
सर। इसके अलावा अगर बंदे ने अगर आना हो तो जाहिर है कि मतलब फील्ड के रिलेट अगर मिल जाए तो ठीक है, अगर फील्ड के रिलेट ना हो तो उसके बारे में आप क्या राय है, कि कौन सा पेस प्रोग्राम है, इसके लिए आ सकता है बंदा?
आप ऐसा करें, कल मुझे जो 10 AM to 6 PM जो कॉल कर लें, तफसील से आपको मैं गाइड कर दूंगा, ठीक है। ये मैंने वो दे दिया, ठीक है। और कोई क्वेश्चन?
ओके,
ठीक है, थैंक यू हारून।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
यूनिवर्सिटी
ऑफ विनिपेग में कोर्स बेस्ड प्रोग्राम आफ्टर एलएलबी कोई अवेलेबल है?
नहीं,
जो
वी डोंट हैव, यस।
वो एक आपने सेंड किया था, उसके अलावा मैंने सोच रहा था एक आधी और ऑप्शन हो जिनमें अप्लाई कर दे।
बस जो मिल गई है उसको तो देख लो यार, उससे फायदा उठाएं, उसको देखें। अगर रिक्वायरमेंट मुकम्मल है तो जो हाथ में चीज है उस पर तो अप्लाई करें, बाकी बाद में देखते रहें, ठीक है।
जी जी जरूर सर, थैंक यू सर।
वेलकम जी। I think no further questions, so thank you very much, Gina. I hope after this event you will receive so many emails. You can CC me in your reply so that I could help them. Okay.
That sounds good. Thank you.
Yes. So dear students, आज के लिए इतना ही काफी है. Keep in touch with Miss Gina and to me. Okay.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
everyone.
Okay. Allah Hafiz.
Everyone. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes, more so.